What if you make, from an Arsenal point of view, they're going to be our nearest challengers this season, aren't they? Were you surprised that at moments in that game yesterday, they weren't a bit braver? Because some people, Jermaine, say, for Arsenal to get to the next level, they need to go to Liverpool. So you know what? We're going to beat you. We're going to take 3 points off you, not just settle for the draw. And look, sure, if it wasn't for that moment in magic, they would have got a point. Did you think Arsenal, as a former Arsenal player as well, needed to be a little more braver?
I think you need to. If you want to win the league, if you want to beat the big teams, you have to go there pragmatic. You have to go there wanting to win. We've seen it when they go to Etihad. They literally line up like, okay, let's just not lose. Let's try and scrape something out of here. If we win, great. And that's not the mindset as, to be a champion. When you watch Liverpool go there expecting or wanting to win. If you come against great teams, they're going to have moments and you have to be solid and defensive and compact. But, throughout the game, you see a lot of, attacking moments and wanting to win the game. Arsenal didn't really show that. The starting lineup kind of tells you that.
The fact they went with Marino and not Eza.
Why would you not go with Eza? He's literally played all the games for Palace.
Yeah. He's fit. Yeah.
You bought him for the here and now.
You're right. You got an injury, so you have it.
You think almost that Jermaine is a player, you'd be like, Gaffer. Like, why are you not starting him? You've got this new boy.
You've got Marino. That's his first start, so he's not played the match. He's not the match fitness. It made no sense. When he came on, he made a difference. You saw how intelligent and how creativity's got. And he almost went in and scored if it wasn't for Gomez's little nudge when he dropped to the floor.
Clever nudge.
His selection then, Odegaard, if he can come on for 25 minutes, he's got a shoulder problem. His fitness is okay. He should be able to start. So he could have played a stronger midfielder, which probably would have caused us more problems than it did, rather than sitting back and having more of a Mendy, Marino.
Yeah.
That's just trying to counteract Liverpool's attacking midfield.
It feels like Arsenal bet all their chips on defence, doesn't it? And that always then leaves you susceptible to a little bit of quality or a moment of brilliance, and it goes from a game that you're winning to a draw or a defeat. And they had so many draws last year as well. They couldn't build a run of momentum at all because they just kept getting nicked back. And I think the league's got so much quality across it. Slot's always said, he talked about Wolves last year when they had Cunha, and he said a team like Wolves who are in 17th or 16th to have somebody of his quality, and he's now gone to United, is always going to be able to cause an Arsenal, a Liverpool problem. And it tends to be that the team who wins, surely there'll be a stat on this, the team who scores the most goals across the league campaign will win the league. Is that going to be Arsenal this year? It's definitely not with Alexander Isak, but is that going to be Arsenal this year? You can't see it. The time when I felt Arsenal came the closest was when they went neck and neck for City, but they were playing expansive football and they were scoring goals, for fun and at will at times. They've just regressed a little bit in my view.
Yeah. Perhaps that's one for Inside Arsenal in a bit more detail. I'm sure there'll be an Inside Arsenal show at some point this week. Thankfully, though, in the long term, not our problem, is it? What is our problem? Our delight, is that Alexander Isak, today at some point on deadline day, on this wonderful Monday, is going to be confirmed as a Liverpool player. We learnt late last night after the game, a fee has finally been agreed, £125 million. He's in Liverpool right now. The medical today, 6-year contract. We've got a couple of minutes left, guys. Jermaine Pennant, Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player.
Yeah, the thought of that is just...
How many goals is he going to score this season?
That's a good question.
I'm already imagining...
I don't want to...
I'm just imagining the first one-on-one in front of the Kop. Just a simple, the way he opens up his body and just sort of Thierry Henry just places the ball in the far corner. And also... we're going to get one of those in front of the Kop.
Finally,
well, that's the thing, isn't it?
I don't want to see that ever again.
We saw it once, didn't we, in March against Arsenal, which I don't want to see ever again.
How they're going to stage that announcement today. I wonder if they will do a little bit of that, or they'll feel it's a little bit too disrespectful to Newcastle.
As soon as he scores.
I don't think Isak's worried about being disrespectful to Newcastle, is he?
I think that ship sailed.
Yeah. And also as well, by the way, these international breaks. I know it's nothing new having an international break at this stage of the season, but it's too early, isn't it?
A bit too early.
3 games into this, it'll go away on World Cup qualifiers. When we do come back, though, we've got Burnley away in the Premier League. We've got Atletico in the first Champions League game. Everton then come to Anfield. We go to Selhurst Park to play Palace. We've got another Champions League game against Galatasaray. And also we've got Chelsea away as well before the next international break. So Merseyside derby in there, Chelsea away, a couple of tricky Champions League games, some big games coming in right after the international break.
Yeah, I think that's when you see Liverpool start to shine, though, when they get into that rhythm of every 3 days and they're playing teams of that quality, they seem to find a way. I think what's so exciting about Isak, it just offers you another option. You know, because he's a connective tissue across the line, but he's also a lethal operator. And the fluidity now that we get with Ekitike, with Wirtz, with Gakpo, with Salah, with Isak, it's frightening, isn't it? You know, you could have a 4-4-2, you could change your formation if you wanted to, you could play Wirtz on the left if you wanted to.
Possibly Isak and Ekitike together, because Ekitike, his last club, played with Marmoush as a two, and that's where he got a lot of his success.
And he only needs, I think the big thing is Ekitike, quality player, and he scores brilliant goals, and seems you know, that finish against Newcastle and in the Community Shield, you know, he scores in a flash. Like he's able to, you know, find goals instinctively. But if I look at someone like Isak, he's just another level up. You know, in terms of composure and experience, he only needs a sniff. And Liverpool are always going to create a sniff of a chance. So against the Palace away at Selhurst Park, 85 minutes in, if we've not scored, and you were bringing him on, depending on his fitness and depending on, because that'd be 3 games in at that point. But if you're bringing him on, you'd fancy, you know, him to create something out of nothing. So out of all the, you know, the questions that teams can ask Liverpool, that's another answer that you've got now, because you've got someone who's absolutely lethal. You know, leading the line for Liverpool, and it's just extraordinary.
Can you see me just smiling throughout that whole answer, by the way? Just the thought. It's going to be a long 13 days, this, by the way, because I feel like I want to see it right now. I really mean it when I say there is no better way to start the week on a Monday morning than to be alongside you guys talking about Liverpool Football Club being top of the Premier League and signing all these wonderful players. Gents, thank you very much, and I'm sure we'll all be sat on our phones, listening to talkSPORT, maybe with the telly on, waiting for that announcement, right, of Alexander Isak.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's getting plastered on my Instagram as well, if it does.
I'm sure it is. Thank you so much for watching Inside Liverpool. I've been Sam Ellard, he's been Jermaine Pennant, he's been Ryan Bromilow. We're going to take a break on Inside Liverpool. We'll be back on the other side of the international break. But so far, so good. Premier League champions, happy days. 3 wins from 3, happy days. A busy transfer window so far, happy days. And today will be the day, finally, where Alexander Isak will become a Liverpool player. Possibly as well, Mark Gahey. Thank you very much for watching Inside Liverpool. We'll be back in a couple of weeks' time. This show is brought to you by our partners, talkSPORT Bet. New customers get an exclusive offer of £40 in free bets when you bet £10. Go to talksportbet.com/InsideLiverpool to claim this offer now.